Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Adelina and I make videos about living in this tiny house on wheels and living a more intentional life. So last week I announced that I had in fact found a parking spot, and today what I thought I would do is go over, just walk around outside, go over what needs to be done, and then start on the shed. But I'll show you what I mean in a second. Well, I lost the footage of the walk around the first time, so I'm gonna have to redo it. So now there is clothes drying on the front step, so the front step is one of the things that I'm gonna have to deal with because I'm not taking this with me. It's gonna be way more expensive than it's worth to take it with me, especially since I'm not going to be able to use it because I'm going to be building a screened-in porch, which will come out farther and come out longer. That's it. And then a deck. So I'm going to have to sell that. I'm pretty sure I can sell it to somebody here in the park. Then the skirting needs to be taken care of. I have to get all of this off, all along the sides and the back of the trailer, because whoops, you cannot see me because of that sun, because I am taking the skirting with me. It was an expensive thing to do, labor wise, because I hired somebody to do it for me, but I think I can redo it at the new place myself. But because I bought the same siding as the house for the skirting, that was expensive. The goal is to disassemble all of this and then reassemble it in the new spot. So all of this, you can see where the wheel wells for the trailer are, and all of these should come apart. If I'm organized enough, smart enough, I will number them and then I can reassemble them in the new spot. These chairs, I've got 4 of them. You'll see the other 2 soon. I am going to take these with me because I can put them inside the house. Now the shed needs to be disassembled. It was built in a way that I should be able to disassemble it fairly easily, and then reassemble it in the new spot. The subfloor and everything should come apart, and I will show you the inside of it in a bit. Before the house moves, I'm gonna have to cut down these bushes. Not sure what they are. They're probably a weed, but I think they're kind of pretty, so I just leave them. Yeah. This shed has a window that we will take out, obviously, and transport. But all of this skirting and all of that shed needs to come undone. Ooh, ouch, there's thistles here. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. Got poked by a thistle, and there's another one. Sorry. Okay, so this here is where the plumbing comes out. Now the plumbing inlets and outlets and everything, the water intake, everything is under the trailer. It doesn't stick out, but because of the hose and everything, the fittings, they do stick out. And so Steph, the fellow who built me the skirting and the shed, he built a little box around it so that it would be protected from the elements and protected from critters getting under there, big critters. So yeah, all of this is going to have to come out. This is where my internet cable comes in. This is the electrical plug. You just unscrew this and pull this out. Obviously this will be coming with me. And then round back of the house, where it's much cooler, there's the other 2 chairs that I'm not using right now. This skirting will come out. The jacks will come down. The mover, when he comes, he will test to make sure all of the lights are working properly. And that's part of the service that he provides. That's what needs to be done. I'm pretty sure, like I said, I can get that front step sold because it's just going to cost so much to move it. and much more than it's worth. Please, again, excuse the clothes that are drying because it's too hot for the dryer. One of the things that does have to happen on the outside here is this light has to come off. When the house was delivered, the light was off. It was in its box, so that's going to come off. The awning will flip down. These little butterfly screws undo, and then that hinges, this hinges down, and that folds down on the outside of the door. Now, all 6 tires, because this is a triple axle trailer, so there's 3 tires on either side. All 6 of them are off the trailer right now. The axles are still on, obviously, but the tires are all off. They had to be off. The park required it, so did my insurance company. And they are slid underneath the trailer on plywood sheets, so they have to get put back on. And then on the morning of the move, the mover will tighten the lug nuts, check the tire pressure. He's got a compressor. He can do all of those things to make sure that they're sound. He's already looked at them. He says the tires are in good shape. They should be, but you know, they have been sitting for 3 years, but they haven't been sitting with any weight on them, and they have been protected from the elements. So he's quite confident that they're fine to go. But that's a big job that needs to be done. I don't have the equipment to do that, so I'm going to see if I can get maybe AMA to come out and do it. We'll see, but somebody's got to help me with that because I don't have the equipment to do that. And I think that needs to be done. I probably can't reach that last tire with this front step there, so this will probably have to happen fairly close to the day of the move, so I'll have to coordinate that. That is the metal partition from the van. I am going to have some things that need to get taken to the dump. I'm not taking them to the dump, so I'm going to have somebody come and pick that up. But for now, it's sitting there. I know, my bad. I had intended to do something with it long ago, so yeah, I know how that goes. So that's about it for the outside. I guess it's not a lot. It's not a lot of projects, and the shed and the skirting are the main ones. That I need to get done, and they're sort of obviously connected, but I think I'll start working on the skirting first because that's a lot easier to do, and then I'll figure out how I'm going to disassemble the shed, but I'll do that once I've cleared out what needs to be cleared out. That's going to be done sort of the last thing, not the last thing, but you know, maybe a week or so before, 2 weeks before the move, because I have stuff in there still. And so I'll move anything that I'm worried about somebody stealing, obviously, into the house, or maybe behind the house covered with a tarp, so that I can disassemble the shed. And then, yeah, so it's skirting, shed, tires on, jacks down, blocking off the blocking, and the hitch needs to be put on. So 6 things that need to be done here. I guess 7 because I need to clear out the crap, the stuff I don't need from the shed. So that's what needs to be done outside. So now I'm going to pull everything out of that shed, and I am going to put it in 2 piles. 3. Keep, donate/sell, and dispose. And the breeze is out now, which is quite nice. It's supposed to be warm today. There's a nice breeze, which, while probably makes it harder for you to hear me, is going to make it a heck of a lot easier for me to work. And there's shade on this side of the house right now, so now's the time to do it before it gets too late in the day. So I better get my you-know-what in gear. I should keep my shovel, right? Just in case. I'd really love to throw this thing away, but it probably snows once or twice in the winter there, so better keep it. All right, well, I've got it emptied out and swept out. I'm going to go through, you can see better now, the leftover siding. You can also see the blocking that is going to have to come off on both sides. And these jacks will need to go down. The house had to get blocked up because, right there, because of the run for the toilet to the sewer intake into the ground, which is behind, at the back of the house, underneath the couch area, the living room. And there has to be a certain angle for everything to run properly. So that had to be done. And that's why it's blocked up. I want to take those blocks. That wood was expensive. And if he's gonna have to take this stuff, I want him to take that, because that way I can use it in my new space. And now I'm gonna go through some of these bins. These ones in particular. Those three in particular, because they have stuff that I have not touched. And so I'm gonna try and get that down to one bin. And then these bins have paperwork. And over the next few weeks, I'm gonna go through it. So I'm gonna get that down to one bin. I'm gonna get those 3 blue bins down to the 1 tall one, because there's 2 shorter ones and 1 tall one. I'm gonna get everything down to 1 tall one. I'm gonna take my son's tires, deliver those to him, because I shouldn't be having the Echo tires anymore. I did get a ton of boxes from my friends, because not that I have to pack everything up really well and put it in a separate moving vehicle. It's going in the house, but everything needs to come out of the cupboards and into boxes, and I'll show you that process. I'm going to start that process obviously a lot closer to the move, because I don't want to be walking around boxes the whole time. So probably 4 weeks before I will start doing that. I will be going through the cupboards before then, though, to get rid of stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I hope you guys are doing well. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind, because all of us need more kindness. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.